What's going on, guys? I'm right through you doing another video, and welcome back to an episode of Umineko When They Cry. In the last episode, Shannon and Beatrice continued their friendship, and Shannon encouraged Kanon to become human, because apparently instead of Detroit become human, its furniture become human. That was my attempt at a joke. And yeah, we're just gonna carry on. I'm sorry if my throat sounds a little bad. It kinda is a little iffy at the moment.
Kanon です。
It was rare for Kinzo to leave his study. However, that in itself didn't mean his noble research had been suspended. He may have left the study for a change of mood, but the thoughts filling his head were no different from those he had inside the study. So Kanon knew that no matter what the time, speaking to Kinzo when he didn't want to be spoken to would always be a disturbance to his research.
天気が重いな。崩れるのか。はい。天気予報ではいつ雨があってもおかしくない。
And that'll eventually become a typhoon.
傘をお持ちいたしましょうか。
それには及ばん。しばらく私を放っておくがいい。息子たちに聞かれても所在は知らぬと言っておけ。私は自らの思考を巡る旅で忙しい。
Look, dude, if you're trying to find Beatrice, she's kinda on the beach right now. Or just Shannon going insane, that's my theory.
かしこまりました。それでは失礼いたします。
During the time that Kanon bowed to him, Kinzo had already returned to his own world and forgotten that Kanon was there. And once again he began rambling to himself. Is it about Beatrice? And missed those words, yup, Beatrice.
Oh, Beatrice.
Beatrice.
お前の微笑みに手が届かぬ。どうすれば蘇るのか。どうすれば再び微笑んでくれるのか。
She's already revived. No, technically it's Shannon going insane. Or at least that's my theory.
研究か、資料か、触媒か。それとも魔力か、運気か。
The thing is, Kanon was also in that scene, so is he just playing along, or is he like also going insane?
ベアトリーチェ、どうすればお前の面影をもう一度見ることができるのだ。
I'm getting prologue flashbacks from episode 1. As Kanon listened to his master's weeping voice over his shoulder, he turned around just once. When he did, right behind his isolated old master was the silhouette of a person that shouldn't have been there. Oh, who is it? It's Beatrice! Oh my god, all we had to do was just yell when she came. At once, Kanon, thinking that the wits must be plotting to do Kinzo some harm, quickly ran back to Kinzo trying to become a shield himself. But when he saw the expression on the witch's face, that emotion of his vanished. Because Beatrice's expression was one of sorrow, or maybe pity. Right behind Kinzo, as he repeated the witch's name over and over, desiring to be reunited with her one more... Wow. Maybe he hasn't gone insane yet. It appears that the servants are going insane. This is really awkward. No, apparently your magic level is really bad and it's based on luck, according to Beatrice. No, not Beatrice. Beatrice. Kanon took the brooch that he had received from Shannon out of his pocket. Could he learn something that would enable him to see what he currently could not? He looked at Kinzo's back once more. The witch was no longer there. That was weird. Also weird music cut. School Culture Festival. Oh my god, are we in Hinamizawa? Oh my god, there's a lot of noise. The biggest event of the Ushiromiya family in fall was the family conference in October. But for Jessica, there was another one before that, the School Cultural Festival. Jessica liked school. To her, it was a place where she could let out the stress she had built up during the rigid lifestyle she was forced to lead at home. For the cultural festival today, she had formed a group with her friends, and were performing a casual pop. Oh my god, wow, music! She had kept on preparing and practicing for that and was really looking forward to today. But there was one thing that had been worrying her. She looked at the clock. There was still little time, but she was uneasy. Would he really come? Wait, who come? Who is going to this festival? What is that voice? This is like the voices I'd hear out of an anime for like background characters. Oh yeah, her friends have boyfriends. Aw, this is kinda sad. It's not necessarily the case that all girls are like this, but at Jessica's school, at least the cultural festival was really a boyfriend exhibition. Jessica didn't have a boyfriend. She had many friends of the opposite sex, but no special one. But Jessica was a little famous around the school, and everyone naturally expected that she had a fitting partner. Furthermore, her pride had caused her to act like that was the case. Through such acting and dodging the questions, he had somehow managed to keep up the bluff until this year. But for various reasons, he hadn't been able to escape this year's cultural festival. Oh, that's a different outfit. Wait, you asked if he's coming. Did you like hire someone? Watch Genji just walking through the door.
ジェシーの彼氏どんな人なの？せめてヒントだけでも出してよ。何系？何系？すごいよね。社会人なんでしょ？スーツとかで来る？もちろんメガネかけてるよね。
No. Who
ね
did you hire?
え。でも本当はいないんだよね。今素直に白状したら私の仲間に入れてあげるって。一緒にこの文化祭を涙で濡らそうよ。いや、いる。本当にいるって。
Jessica laughed awkwardly, covering with cold sweat. It was extremely doubtful whether she really had deceived her separated friends. Yeah, they're probably just like, kinda sus. Oh. Is this a flashback?
なら彼氏さんの偽物を立てて連れて行くというのは
Oh
どうでしょう
yeah.
か。偽物？誰を？そんなのに心当たりねえぜ。
Shannon's ridiculous plan surprised Jessica wildly. Even so, it was a little more realistic than the unrealistic method running through her head of getting a boyfriend in a huge hurry before the day of the cultural festival.
例えばですが、カノン君なんてどうでしょう。カノン君？ダメ。ていうか、きっとカノン君文化祭の日は仕事に決まってるぜ。迷惑かけちゃ悪いしさ。もちろん予定表も確認済みです。カノン君はその日お休みになっています。こんな時ばっかり容量がいいのな。じゃなくて休みならもっと悪いぜ。せっかくの休みを私の見栄のために引っ張り出せないよ。カノン君は引っ張り出されないといつも閉じこもってばかりいますので、無理に引っ張り回すくらいでちょうどいいかと思いますよ。
And then they just fall in love.
そうなの？いや、でもカノン君に悪い。なら晩酌つきますね。おとなしく彼氏はいませんと白状なされてはいかがでしょうか。
Yeah, no, Shannon's definitely like more like casual now.
それは肩身の狭い思いをなされるでしょ。卒業までの短くも長い間を耐え忍ばれるだけでございますし、愛し合う恋人同士にとって独り者のひがみ顔が
Oh my
何に
god.
も勝る
And the stir at
甘い
the
蜜
end.
な。シャーノ、私のために本気で悩んでないでしょ。おちょくってるでしょ。
Jessica wrestled about with Shannon, her eyes teary, but Shannon was unconcerned, laughing with her usual smile.
はい、私とジョージ様のことを茶化してばかりのお嬢様への仕返しです。
After that comeback of Shannon's, the likes of which didn't happen every once a year, Jessica rolled around on her bed, hugging her cushion, withering and suffering. Shannon's triumphant smile was unbearably frustrating, but right now, she was the only person Jessica could talk with. She would have to wait till later to suffocate her with a cushion.
いいじゃないですか。お嬢文化祭ではありますが、カノン君と一緒に遊びに行くチャンスですよ。いや、それはそうだけど、いや。
Just agree already. Jessica buried her head in her favorite cushion to hide the fact that her face had grown bright red, and she bit away at her thumbnail. Her Minecraft thumbnail. It really was a reaction to be appreciated. Shannon and Jessica were about the same age of the same sex, and they were also friends. And they were both right in the middle of puberty. They could never talk enough about things related to love. That's why they were able to open up with each other about these topics. So Jessica had heard in detail about how Shannon and George's love was progressing. On the other side, Shannon had heard the details of what type Jessica liked and what kind of man she might be interested in. Judging with Jessica's reactions, it would probably be crude to talk about that in detail. But we won't get anywhere with Jessica just rolling around on the bed forever, so, to be blunt, Jessica had been thinking about Kanon ever since he had first appeared. There were almost no young men on Rokensima. So maybe it was natural that Jessica, as a girl in puberty, had become interested in Kanon. But if anyone said that, it would destroy the romance of a maiden's pure hurt and love at first sight. Shannon had been with Kanon the whole time at the Welfare Institute, so she had known him before they started working. So Jessica had asked persistently about what kind of person he was, what his hobbies were, what his favorite foods were, and what type of girl he liked. Even Shannon could clearly tell that Jessica was infatuated with Kanon.
カノン君をデートに連れ出せるいい機会じゃありませんか。でもカノン君にだって好きな人とかいるかもしれないし、私なんかの見えっ張りに付き合わせたら気を悪くするぜ。お嬢様のような素直じゃない方を何でしたっけ、ジョージ様になって、そうツンドラとか言うそうですよ。あと十数年かすると流行るんだそうですよ。さすがジョージ兄さんだな。未来のトレンドがわかるのかよ。すげえぜ。じゃなくてってことは私ってタイプは時代がずれてるってことじゃねえか。もうダメだ。
What are these sound effects? Like, these are not the sound effects of falling on your couch, just the sound effects of someone beating you with a pan. Ultimately, Jessica wasted several days before finally agreeing the plan of having Kanon pretend to be her boyfriend. Now she has to actually ask him. Jessica realized that she had called him at a bad time and immediately regretted it. Kanon always had a sour look, but even so, he had some good days and some bad days. Fortunately, this reaction was the latter. All that confidence and effort she had been amassed by practicing in front of a mirror all night was wiped out in about 5 seconds. Jessica turned bright red and hung her head. Watching her Kanon side, Jessica thought she was getting fed up with her and her face went pale.
Shannon から聞いています。お嬢様の学校の文化祭へお供するようにというお話ですか。
シャノンナイス。じゃなくて、そうなんだけど、その当日の予定はどうかな。
シャノンから当日は特にお嬢様にお仕えするよう厳命されております。僕は高校には行ったことがないのでわかりませんが。
Oh, you're in for a ride. Just stay away from, like, anywhere.
大変肩身が狭い場だとか、後宮本家令嬢が庶民に劣ることがあってはならないと特に厳命されておりますので。
Is Jessica the culprit? Jessica kept yelling with a strange voice, a broken smile, and steam pouring from her head as if she was a boiler. As Kanon watched as he sighed again. Kanon wasn't an idiot either. He fully understood what Jessica intended by inviting him. However, in truth, he found it nothing but bothersome to go along with the lady's game of love. But Shannon had spoken to him persistently about it. He was very indebted to her for many things. He couldn't refuse. And in his pocket was that brooch. Couldn't this strange turn of events also have been brought about? No, it literally Shannon orchestrated this entire thing. Like, this isn't magic. Ridiculous, yeah. But those words of Shannon's came to mind. What did Shannon see that I cannot? I don't understand Shannon's feelings. We are furniture. As if we could become something more than that. Jessica still rambling on in a strange voice and Kanon sighing deeply were in a truly odd combination. And now are we getting back to the festival? Where someone will disappear and another person will be murdered?
Jesse, 人が来てるよ。聞こえてないの？ごめん。誰？
As my friends all gathered together, oh yay, Jessica's point of view, they were looking this way with a hurry to describe expressions, whispering to each other in low voices that couldn't be called low. Even I felt kinda shameless. Did I just say, sorry who? Like, I don't know who's sewn up? Ah, crap, my mind is blank.
嘘、あれ シの彼氏
Oh my god. That's an interesting outfit.
かわいい本当に彼氏いたんだマジ嘘本当ジェシカの裏切りもすっごい素敵じゃん年下なんて聞いてないよどこどこ
Oh my
彼氏の
god.
彼氏ってどこどこどこ嘘だって本当
Okay, that was not a noise of someone speaking.
いや遅かったじゃねえかよ
昇降口がわからなかったもので遅くなって申し訳ございません。
いやその格好も似合ってるぜ
Oh my god, she's blushing so much.
シャノンが普段着では良くないと言って先日一緒に買い物を似合いませんでしたでしょうか。
そんなことないよ
Yeah, no, like, she had a chance to sell this, and now it's making it seem more and more like she paid someone.
なんだかここは女の人ばかりで居心地が悪いです。
だよなさここじゃなくてステージの方に行こうぜもうすぐ私たちの出番だからささ
It seemed that Jessica was just as uncomfortable. It looked like she was finding it difficult to cope while bathed in everyone's interested gaze. When he saw Jessica's appearance, Kanon thought that he might have made things difficult for her
な
by
んだ
coming.
か迷惑をおかけしているようなお邪魔だったでしょうか。
そんなことないって
僕がお邪魔でしたらいつでも言ってくだされば。
Oh my god.
邪魔なんかじゃないよカノ君彼氏感じけだ
僕はどうしていればいいでしょう。
Oh my god. OMG.
今日はお嬢様は
そうです。わかりました。ジェシカ様。
しつけずみの様付けだごめんカノン君
Oh my god. Kanon's face. He is not amused. Oh, she went for something other than a kiss. But Kanon forgot for some reason there was a horrible tragedy in the room. A river driven into the walls of the room so like sex stress. This could put her brass knuckles in her pocket. Oh my god.
とにかくステージの方に行こう私たちの出番
She,
はもうす
she
ぐだ
just
から
killed everybody. She's the culprit of Okenzima.
私たちは準備あるからさこの先突き当たりまで行けば仮設舞台があるからわかるぜ
Kanon seemed to be having a hard time adjusting. Pushing him in the back, Jessica sent him out into the corridor. Even though Kanon was confused by Jessica's attitude and show of agitation, which he had never seen before, he followed instructions and headed in the direction she had indicated. I'm seeing off with an awkward smile. Jessica slammed the door shut and yelled
さ
loudly.
見たね見たでしょ満足したざまあねえぜ絶対ジェシに彼氏なんかいない彼氏じゃないんでしょ使用人へのパワー
Oh my god.
いやほら準備
Jessica took the brass knuckles out of her pocket again, and everyone. She's getting places with her brass knuckles. Oh my god, I'm excited. Kanon went down the corridor as Jessica had told him and found a temporary stage set up where the vending machine should have been. It was probably being set in time slots between the individual groups and clubs. Wait, am I going to get to hear Jessica sing? Just like that ruckus, he found a Turquoise leaned against alone. This is what they call high school. It sure is noisy, Kanon thought. Then he remembered Jessica just now, acting in a way that he'd never seen before. Honestly, she was in such a high spirit that alcohol might have been involved. To him, the greatest virtue of a person was always being composed and intellectual. In a sense, it's very hard for him to get used to the atmosphere in a school culture festival. He had the responsibility of reporting everything he saw or heard to the master, so he would also have to report about Jessica's unrestrained behavior early. At that very least, it's not fitting for the daughter of the Ushiromia main family. The master, Crush-sama, especially Natsui-sama, would probably be angry. If I were to put it in a way that protects my lady, should I blame it on the inappropriate school friends?
なんだよあれ、バカみたいだ。
Kanon thought back to how Jessica had acted earlier and sighed again. He could understand Natsui's headache a little now. Come to think of it, Natsui no. Hadn't she said that she wouldn't be there to see my lady's event? That was probably for the best.
人混みは気持ち悪いな。なんだってんだ一体。
Several female students kept glancing at me. Seemed they were all whispering the same sort of thing that my lady's school friends had said, and it was really unpleasant. Come to think of it, didn't Shannon warn me that if I was going to walk around on a school festival of my own, I had better watch out before a lot of strange people would come and talk to me?
お一人ですか?
Just suspected a group of girls I'd never met started talking to me. Their stares started to make my back tingle. Didn't she tell me some magic words that would chase them off at times like this?
すみません。連れがいますので。
ごめんなさい。
As it worked. Instant reaction. Well, that got them to go away, but that's when we changed the number of people staring at me.
違うよ。あの子だよ、ジェシーの彼氏。嘘。あの子が？信じらんないよね。ぜかわいいじゃん。年下？いいな。
No way I'm ever coming to a place like this again. Kanon sighed for about the 100th time that day. Oh! Says he did at the light and say, oh my god, it's time for the concert. Looking here, I realized that there was a sudden large number of people here. And unlike earlier, they were all guys. With this huge crowd, I couldn't even see the stage. Unfortunately, there was a fallen beer case nearby, so I tried to use that as a footstool. And I noticed that there were now a new group on stage. Oh my god! Why the outfit, though? She changed into stage clothes and was even holding a guitar. I didn't know she could play. No, maybe she could. I have seen her practicing air guitar before. Natsu-sama wouldn't approve of any hobbies outside the study. Maybe she was always practicing in secret. Come think of it, she's been returning really late from school recently, hasn't she? Maybe she's practicing at school far away from Natsumi's prying eyes. Is it really for the best that Natsui-sama didn't come? If my lady were to get scolded by Natsui-sama after putting so many hours of practice in, she would probably be very dejected. Oh my god, she's popular. I could hear Jessica-sama's voice through the speakers. Jessie-sama? Maybe that's her nickname at school. The students and audience kept calling out that name. I was a little aggravated by that inferior name, which was inappropriate for my lady. Jessica-sama was in great spirits as they kept calling her Jessie-sama. They were all probably her fans. With her mic performance, she was responding to that firing the place up. It was almost like a song program on TV. At first I had thought that this was frivolous, but I'm feeling now changed into an appreciation. This was pretty incredible in its own way. Kanon never listened to music of his own free will, but he had often heard the kind of music that people of the Ushiromiya family liked. Since they were almost all classical music, Kanon had naturally started liking classical music too. So to Kanon, the song Jessica and the others were singing How Should You Say It? Very modern. In any case, he thought that if Natsui-sama heard it, she'd probably faint. Oh my god, did they animate a song? But everyone looked like they were having a really good time. The diehard fans who had even brought pen lights sang along. Dancing. Oh my god, that's like the voice actors singing. On stage, Jessica-sama also sang enthusiastically, dripping with sweat. Couldn't find a single element, but it was appropriate for a daughter of the Ushiromiya family, but it looked like she was having a lot of fun. She sang nothing. Oh, we actually get to listen to it instead of just read dialogue. Nope. I couldn't keep up with the atmosphere, but anyway, my lady was full of life and looked like she was having a great time. As I looked at my lady having a great time, I thought, isn't this what Ushiromiya Jessica is really like? Don't I know better than anyone else how badly life on Rokenzima kills your own sense of self? Then the time she spends, not as my lady, the successor to the Ushiromiya family, but as a single girl called Jessica, living life to the fullest must be very important to her. I looked close to my lady, saw her in all seasons, and I thought I knew everything about her. But that was only a single limited side of her, my lady of Rokenzima. We are furniture. We serve on Rokenzima and end our lives on Rokenzima. So I'd come to think that Rokenzima itself was our whole world, as though, just like in old geocentric theories, the ocean spilled off the end of the world into an abyss. But as I looked at my lady like this, I realized that was a horribly narrow outlook. I still couldn't keep up with the excitement of the crowd, but I felt like I had seen something that cannot be seen on Rokenzima. Although I don't know if that was the unseeable thing Santa was talking. Okay then, way to word that. I still can't see the ocean is blue. But I can see your dress is blue. That was a cool transition.
今日はジェシカの学校の文化祭だったな。校長先生はお元気でおられたかね。
ええ、お元気なようでした。そうそう、高宮議員もおいでになっておりました。あなたによろしくと特に言っておりましたよ。
相変わらずご多忙そうかね。
そのようでした。
I don't think you're talking about the same
あの
festival.
方も精力的な方です。そうそう。あと榎本会長もおいででした。
Naturally, the topic of Jessica's cultural festival came up at dinner. School events often became a school gatherings for influential people. It was the same for the Yoshima family, who were big names around this area. As naturally remembered the names of the important people as the so-so, see updated Kraus on the news concerning them. Jessica didn't really have any interest in that discussion and rudely slipped her pumpkin soup.
お嬢様、あまりお行儀がよろしくないかと。
No, go away.
へいへい、そりゃ悪かったぜ。
ジェシカ、そういう言葉遣いは改めるよう。
Oh my god, now is not the time. Never is the time. Jessica answered discouraged. When he saw that Kraus smiled a little and interrupted his conversation with Natsue.
ジェシカの方はどうだったかね。
まあ。
見ていましたよ。よく頑張っていましたね。
Huh? Wait, she watched the concert? Wait, she liked the concert? Jessica's face turned bright red. She probably hadn't thought that Natsue would actually come to see her on stage. She felt a mixture. Yeah, I mean. Wait, she probably would say that. This is weird. But it wasn't as though it didn't make her happy to hear her parents say that she did a good job after watching her try her
ジェ
best.
シカもなかなか落ち着きと貫禄が出てきましたね。生徒代表にふさわしい振る舞いでしたよ。
What are you talking about? The smile that had been there a second ago crumbled like sand. Jessica merely realized that she was talking about something different. Jessica was also the school student president. She had no interest in something so annoying, but her parents had been pushy, so she had gradually accepted. Unfortunately, she was popular in school, so she had won the election easily. So now she was praising her for the ceremony organized by the student council at the beginning of the cultural festival. Actually, she had just carried that out half-heartedly. She had immediately met up with her friends and had held a stage rehearsal for the rest of them.
人の上に立ち
Rest of the time.
責任を背負うという経験は必ず将来役に立つ。後宮家の人間としてきっとジェシカを成熟
That's so
させてくれるだろう。
ただ挨拶が少し早口でした。内容は及第点でしたが、早い口調はそれを薄れ一呼吸置く癖をつけるといいでしょう。
No, as someone who can't do that, no. My god, this is why Jessica's one of my favorite characters. Like, I feel bad for her. Like, she's literally just trying to have fun, and then her parents are just like, no, don't have fun. Give speeches. After she finished eating, Jessica didn't feel like going straight to her room. You could say that her room was a place where her parents had specified for her to be. So maybe you could say that for Jessica, choosing not to return to her own room and instead of disappearing to an unknown location in this Lord's mansion was a meager form of resistance. Jessica felt that even being in the mansion made it hard to breathe, so she went outside to the rose garden.
まあ、来たところでどうせ後宮家の跡継ぎとしてふさわしくないとかなんとか言うんだろうぜ。ならこれでいいんじゃねえかよ。
Jessica laughed at while she was soaking over. Laughed at what kind of words she would have had to receive to be satisfied. Ridiculous. In the end, I'm just a spoiled little kid. I can't believe myself. It's almost funny.
お嬢様。
カノン君か。驚かすなよ。
Ken had suddenly started talking to her just as she tried to force a laugh so she choked.
何？なんかよ。
Jessica's expression had become the one Kanon always saw. The listless Jessica from a second ago was gone. If he had still only knew Jessica as the successor of the Ushiromia family, as he did until today, he would have mistakenly thought of Jessica's mood had sprung back to normal. but that was wrong. He now knew a part of her that he could not see until today, so he understood that there was no way that on the inside Jessica was as he appeared.
あ、今日は文化祭いや私の見栄に付き合ってくれてありがとうな。助かったぜ。
お歌お上手でした。
そうかよ。照れるぜ。
Yeah, unlike George and Shannon, who are just like having a nice romantic conversation, Jessica and Kanon just keep blushing at each other. Even though she had heard the words she had most wanted to hear, Jessica became shy and couldn't accept them frankly.
僕には歌は歌えません。楽器も小学校で習ったハーモニカとリコーダー笛しか知りません。
I also learned the recorder in elementary school.
だから
I know that has nothing to
お
do
嬢
with
様
anything,
も同
but
じだろうと決めつけていました。
Ken had been constantly looking down on Jessica to that degree, but people playing unique instruments were always on the other side of the brilliant tubes in the TV. He had gotten in his head that it would be impossible for Jessica at least.
僕は家具だから歌を歌う必要も。
But I'm not sure anymore.
カノン君、その家具だからって口癖、使用人の心得ってやつだろ。使用人は生きた家具であれってやつ。源氏さんがよく口にしてるもん。
心得というわけでは本当に家具ですし。
You're not a couch.
福音の家の子たちがいろいろじいさまから援助をもらってるってのは知ってるし、それに恩義を感じてるのも知ってるよ。でもだからって家具なんて言い方はあんまりだぜ。私たちは同じ人間じゃないかよ。カノン君は私が歌ってるのを見てどう思った？
とても楽しそうに見えました。
それは多分違うぜ。
え？
楽しそうに見えたんじゃなくて羨ましかったんじゃない？
そんなことは。
Even Ken himself probably hadn't noticed that emotion. Ken had seen something he had never seen before, never known of before, and had probably become jealous. And to trick himself about that emotion, he called himself furniture over and over.
私は後ろ宮家の後継ぎだかなんだかだ。まあそのいろいろな面倒がこれからもあると思う。それについては運のない星の下に生まれちまったと諦めるしかないさ。多分カノン君が福音の家で生活しなければならなかったのと同じに、生まれる星は選べなかった。
そうかもしれません。
ただ私とカノン君では大きく違うところが1点ある。わかる？
I am furniture and you are not. He was about to say that but
わ
stopped.
かりません。
カノン君は自らの運命が自分の全てだと思って諦めた。私はこんな運命じゃ納得できないから。だから後ろ宮家のお嬢様をやらなければならない窮屈な自分と、自分の好きなことに精一杯な自分というもう一人を作った。
もう一人の自
分。カノン君は自分のことを家具だからと言い聞かせてきた。そう言い聞かせなきゃならない辛いことがきっとたくさん
Yeah,
あ
I
ったん
mean,
だと思う。
like, I know last episode I was defending Natsui, but honestly, the more I see her in this episode, the more I don't like her.
それについては本当に気の毒だと思う。でもそれだけでカノン君の人生を全て決めちゃうなんて、私はそんなの悲しいと思うんだよ。人はさ、自分の中に自分が本当に現実逃避とかとは違うぜ。そのもう一人の自分でいるとき、私は最高に生きているって実感できる。
Escaping from reality. Honestly, this is just more like proof to my Shannon culprit for this episode, even though there hasn't been a single murder this episode, but I already am just like Shannon's gonna kill people.
だから普段の日常がどんなに窮屈で退屈で
Well, I
も
mean, Shannon culprit theory was my last episode theory, so I mean, again, I guess that makes sense.
自分の中に自分が本当に好きになれる自分を作る。
To make another me, which isn't furniture. Through her relationship with George Sama, has Shannon given birth to a part of herself that isn't furniture? And did this other Shannon see something that cannot be seen by furniture?
私さ、カノン君のプライベートって でもなんだか想像できる。カノン君のプライベートには多分何もない図星でしょ。
Kanon couldn't reply, but that was an answer enough. He had no concept of a private life, so Kanon would always be Kanon. So furniture would always be furniture.
カノン君のカノンってさ、
The Gospel House gave new students new families and a new life, so it made a point of giving each of them a new name. In this case, that was Kanon.
確かに僕のこの名は仮のものかもしれません。
He had thought that he wasn't anyone other than Kanon, but he remembered. There was definitely had been a part of himself that wasn't Kanon, but that was far away, beyond the distant fog of oblivion.
ならカノン君にもカノン君である時とそうでない時で違う自分がいてもいいはず。使用人である時のカノン君は自らを家具と呼び厳しく自己を戒めてるかもしれない。でもカノン君じゃない時の君はもっともっと自由に生きていいと思うんだ。
Those words definitely weren't just lip service. Jessica had been liking this in the past. Had also been like this in the past. She had cursed her own birth into an environment different from all of her friends at school. She had been the only one in a heavily constructed environment forced to learn various things, and she had even received words about the friends she played with. Though she had been sad about that, she had given up, thinking that she had just been born under that kind of stir. But one day, Jessica had stopped giving up and surrendering. Stuff like the Ushiromiya family customs impress her, those didn't matter. She created a real Jessica inside herself who could do what she really wanted to do.
私さ、学校ではジェシってあだ名で呼ばれてる。だからさ、ジェシであるときは自分に思い切り素直に生きてる。だからこそジェシカであるときも頑張れるんだ。カノン君にもカノンであるときとカノンじゃなくて本名であるときで違う生き方をしてもいいんじゃないかな。カノンじゃないとき、自分を好きになれる自分になってみてもいいんじゃないかな。
僕がカノンじゃないとき、
He thought that his real name didn't matter at all, so he thought Kanon was all he was. And now Jessica was saying that he should create a new existence, another self that wasn't
カ
Kanon.
ノン君、嫌じゃなきゃ教えてよ、本当の名前。
He was silent for quite some time. Maybe his real name had risen to the tip of his tongue. After hesitating after a long time over whether he'd say it, in the end, he swallowed it back down. Aw.
忘れました。僕の名前など。
Those words signified a slight rejection.
僕が本当は何という名前であったとしても、今ここにカノンとしてあることだけが現実です。過去など何の関係もない。作られた家具の材料が元は何という木の幹であったかなんてどうでもいいことと同じです。
だからよせって家具じゃないんだぞ。君は人間だぜ。
僕は人間じゃない。
Kanon clearly spoke his refusal. If it was with the rage that he normally didn't show, Jessica couldn't say anything back and was struck silent.
お嬢様は人間です。だからどんな生き方をしようとも自由で、どんな未来も可能性もある。それはまるで翼を持ち自在に空を舞う鳥のよう。でも僕がたとえ鳥に見えたとしても、アヒルに翼はあっても飛ぶことはできない。
This is
なの
really
に
sad.
空の夢を語るなんて、そんなのは残酷すぎる。
家具だのアヒルだの、なんだってんだよ一体。
Oh, they're fighting. Jessica had unconsciously gone along with Kanon's forceful manner of speaking, but she realized that she shouldn't fire back and swallowed her words.
私は君のことを何も知らない。生い立ちも知らないし、その苦労も知らない。だから君がどうして自分を家具だなんて言い出すようになったのか。でも知って、君は家具でもアヒルでもない、ちゃんとした人間だぜ。使用人としてのカノン君が家具だと言うならそれでもいいよ。でもカノン君は家具でない時の人間の時の自分を作ってもいいとは思わない？
そんな可能性を抱けるのは僕はそうじゃない。僕には未来も可能性も 見る。だからお嬢様、それ以上残酷なことを言わないでください。
Wow.
なんでだよ。
Yeah. Honestly, though, like, I feel really bad for Kanon, but he's, like, Jessica should just stop trying to help. He's clearly not gonna help himself.
ご自分と同じ人間だと勘違いなされているようだからです。僕とお嬢様は違う存在。それをはっきり申し上げておきたかったのです。シャノンに聞きました。お嬢様は僕のことをお気に入りになられているとか。
Shannon is a traitor.
僕は人間に限りなく近い姿をしています。だからシャノンのように自分を人間だと錯覚して一時恋愛の真似事をすることもできるかもしれない。
That's the thing that makes this so sad. Like, with Jessica and George, it was. I mean, not Jessica. Oh my god. I meant George and Shannon. Like, they just like got along easier. Everything went well, even though there was supposed wits involved. With this, it's just two people that are both really just unfortunate.
でもそれは自分を騙しているに違いない。いえ、お嬢様を騙すことにもなるのです。シャノンとジョージ様も必ず破綻する。その日が訪れることをシャノンだって理解しているだろうに。バカなことを。
バカだってことはないだろ。そりゃジョージ兄さんは立派な人だし、両親の期待も背負ってる。確かに結婚とかになればエヴァおばさんがいろいろと口出しをしてくるだろうし、まあその前途はでもな、ジョージ兄さんはそんなのに屈する人じゃねえ。シャノンをジュリエットになんかしねえぜ。きっと幸せにしてくれる。
Turn Shannon into Juliet. Oh my gosh.
人は家具と恋などできな
They're
い。
gonna say that one of them is gonna fake their deaths and then trick the other one to thinking that they're actually dead.
お嬢様が家具を愛することができても僕にお嬢様を愛することができないと。
Those words of Kanon's crushed all of Jessica's bittersweet feelings from today. There was no way that she could anticipate the emotions as a boy. Yeah, no, like, Kanon was just like, yeah, no, yeah, I can't do this, I'm sorry, bye. In an instant, she lost the willpower that caused her to try and unravel something stubborn in Kanon's heart. And before she knew it, she was just standing there in
お
shock.
嬢様が僕を好かれているという気持ちが僕の思い上がりによるものなら
She's gonna cause the
お許
Rokenzima
しください。
incident, or whatever it's called.
まあそこは。
ありがとうございます。僕を人間だと思ってくれてありがとうございます。そのお気持ちだけで僕は本当に嬉しいです。
I wonder if he actually has a spread of
そして
smiling.
それ以上は
Because, like,
僕
he
には
and
残酷すぎるから。
Genzi just cannot smile.
いや、もう十分だぜ。その悪かったな。
Jessica scratched at her head as she spoke and tried to force her voice to sound bright.
私一人がいろいろ先走っちゃって迷惑かけたよ。正直ごめん。貴重な休みを丸一日振り回しちゃって。
いえ、僕も楽しそうなお嬢様が見られて嬉しかったです。
じゃあ今夜はこれで終わりにしようぜ。私も部屋に戻って消灯しないとまた母さんに怒られちまうよ。
Wait, you left the lights in your room on? Why would you do that? That wastes electricity.
そうされた方がよろしいでしょう。おやすみなさいませ。
うん、おやすみ。
Oh my god. This episode is already sadder than the first one. Like, I'm trying to make jokes and stuff, but it just isn't coming to me. Maybe it's because my throat is really sore. Maybe that's just because I'm like, oh my god, this is so sad. I don't know. Suddenly, she started dashing pell-mell and disappeared into the direction of the mansion. As he watched her go for just an instant, Ken was tormented by the feeling that he had just made a huge mistake. But no, we thought he had no, this is a huge mistake. It was all for the sake that he had been forced to refuse her now, while her pain was still at its smallest.
女を泣かせるとは
Oh
な
my
かな
god,
か
it's
やる
freaking
ではないか。
Beatrice.
お前がそこまで拒絶するとは意外であった。普通に受け答えしていればわらわの魔法で 二組目の恋人たちが生まれていたものを。
No, not with magic. This is proof that the magic didn't do anything.
いつからそこに最低なやつだな。
When he turned around, the witch was suddenly there, and it looked like he had been there the whole time, enjoying the performance as if it was a
わ
play.
らわへの暴言は愉快なる見せ物に免じて特別に許す。男と女のこじれ合いに勝る見せ物は千年を経ても存在せんな。わらわにとっては何よりも甘美な。
Kanon pulled that butterfly brooch out of his pocket. It was the crystallization of the great magic that the witch had bestowed. Without hesitation, Kanon flung it her in the ground and stomped on it.
ほう、わらわの与えたものと知りつつ、それは
Oh,
何を意
that's...
味する
But no, the Shannon will be pissed.
理解した。お前がしているのは恋のキューピッドだって。お前は結ばれぬ者たちに恋を見せてたぶらかして。
そう思うも自由よ。わらわが力を貸した人間の多くはお前と同じようなことを口にす。
ほうけるな。お前はシャノンを憐れんで力を貸したんじゃない。恋に胸を焦がすシャノンの心の隙をついて。
He might have also gone insane.
しかもそれだけじゃない。その末路まで想像がついて
Or
い
maybe
て。
there's like a gas on Rokenzima that like causes hallucination. I don't know. This episode definitely is confusing me theory-wise because like Beatrice just shows up whenever I have any idea about like how things should work.
よいよい、身の程はわきまえるに限るぞ。ジェシカの心にはお前が察する通り。そなたはそれにハサミを入れ刈り取ったつもりでいる。だが木は勝手に茂らせたものより枝を間引き剪定したものの方が太い枝をつけるというぞ。シャーノンとジョージもやがては結ばれ得ぬ恋に行き詰まり、わらわ好みの大きな果実を実らせるだろう。しかしいかんせんあの二人はうまくいきすぎていて面白くなくてな。そこへ行くとお前たちは大いにわらわを楽しませてくれそうだぞ。
I feel like this is all like her reality show. The witch laughed. Even though she had known that the two could not be joined, she had lent magic to join them together. However, they couldn't escape the fate that made it impossible for them to be joined. The witch knew that. Even if they were joined, the relationships of Shannon, George, and Ken and Jessica would fail for certain. As they wandered through the eternal desert in the hell of love, they'd be tormented by eternal thirst.
わらわがその力を対価なく貸すことがあるとでも恋に手は貸そう。その対価はやがて必ず訪れる二人への過酷な運命の鑑賞料としていただくわけ。
Her friendship was a lie.
これに勝る見せ物は千年経っても
Jessica will take out her brass knuckles and smack you in the face.
金像を見るがいい。恋の味を知り楽園を追放された哀れな老いぼれの末路を死んでも死にきれぬさながら亡者のような生き様を見るがいい。
やはりお前は魔女だ。
You're not just a witch, you're a
消
bitch.
えて失せろ、この悪魔め。
頼まれずとも消えよう。まだまだわらわには力が戻らぬでな。姿を現し続けるのはまだまだ疲れることよ。そなたら恋人たちに力を授けるのに無理をしすぎたのでな。触媒のブローチなしで
Yeah, I know, she's like changed in like an entire episode. She went from being like, oh yay, yay, love, to yay, I get to mess with love. Kanon ground his foot even more into the stomped birds. He felt it break under his foot. Then it dissolved as if into water, then changed into butterflies that sprinkled gold which fluttered away from beneath Kanon's foot.
わらわもこの姿を保ち続けるのがしばしそなたの願い通り。姿を消そう満ちぬ潮も月もないように我が魔力も必ず満ちる。そして必ずや訪れよう。わらわが蘇るにふさわしい時が。それが明日
Is she talking about the ninth
来年
Twilight?
のことか。さもなくば 100年だが、わらわを楽しませてくれる者たちがおる限り、わらわは必ずや力を得てよ。その時までしばし姿を消す。そなたの手のひらにもはやあざはなく、そなたが望むならば明日の朝にはわらわの存在など夢か幻のよう忘れ去られることほどわらわに悲しいことはない。
Well, unfortunately, you're actually a really unforgettable character. Forgettable character. Am I calling the witch the forgettable character? No, I meant unforgettable. Guys, do not get mad at me in the comments. I misspoke. Speaking of comments, I've been having a lot of fun discussing this series with you guys. It's really fun to discuss things that happen.
再び黄金鏡の扉が開かれる。欲深な亡者たちが必ずやわらわを呼び覚
The
ま
last time it didn't really work out too well because battle existed.
早く消え去れ黄金の魔女。
Leaving behind a mocking laugh, the witch turned to a flight of gold butterflies and scattered away. The whole area sprinkled with a gold wizard in a snow globe. It was a fleeting, fantastical scene that disappeared in a heartbeat. The witch could no longer be seen. However, Ken felt like he could still hear the shrill and pleasant laugh. Oh my god. I did not expect that. This kind of gives me Midsummer Night's Dream vibes. I know I mentioned that in another episode, but like, this really just gives me the feeling of that. At least this episode. Last episode was like murder.
家具は人間に奉仕するために生み出される。そしてわらわは退屈なる千年の慰み者として人間を虐げる。そのわらわが家具を支配できぬとは、なんとも愉快な三すくみ。金蔵め、実に面白いことをしてく家具め。わらわを撃てるか試みてみるがいい。今宵まきたる恋の種は2つ。すでにまきたる種と含めてこれで3つ。
Wait, 2 3 Swords and Shannon, Kanon and Jessica. What's the third? Are you talking about Kinzo? Cause no, that's like Beatrice. Oh my god, it's right on cue.
私を一人この苦界に置き去りに。私は憎い。これほどまでに恋焦がれているのに答えようとせぬお前を。親方様、それ以上のお酒はお体に騒ぎ。
Kinzo's just high right now.
南條先生からも。
What if Dad said he's always high?
黙れ源氏。お前には分からぬ。我が嘆きも苦しみも分かる。お前だけは我が苦しみを理解してくれていると。お前だけは我がなぜに理解できないというの。おー、ベアトリーチェ。
Oh my gosh.
なぜ私だけを置き去り。
Just leave, dude. There's no point in trying to talk to him.
なんだよ家具ってわけわかんねえよ。
Oh.
おいたわしや。
Why is she over there?
寝室から聞こえてくるすすり泣く声。
Didn't you do this in episode 1 too? Like, I don't know, there was some kind of glitch. Is this a
どう
glitch?
しようもないので、全ては若すぎた二人と近すぎた。
Why do you just show up in situations at the beginning of episodes just to basically be like, poor them?
私はただただお嬢様のお気持ちを汲み取り。
And hang at the edge of the screen, you can also do that. I mean, just like that, just gone. Wow, what an episode! Though I do think I'm going to end here. Anyway, thank you guys so much for...
それ
Okay, this is like the second time in a row I ended an episode where it's someone looking at the screen saying what. So yeah, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please make sure to like and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. Bye.